Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. And yes guys, my team is Club World Champion, and we put 3 on Paris Saint-Germain this past Sunday. Guys, I couldn't have been more happy. I didn't even sleep good last night. I think I got maybe about 2-3 hours sleep yesterday. I was so excited. Okay, but back to business, because today business is booming. Okay, the portfolios is up over $10,000 across the board. Great business, great business. Okay, guys, I tell you all the time, invest in your future. Okay, because look, I'm over here doing my regular work because I'm doing audit for the next month and a half, 2 months maybe. Well, the next month and a half. I should be done by end of August, right? And I really haven't had a chance to pay attention to my portfolio today. I really kind of look at the portfolio. I'm like, because when I woke up, I saw some stuff in my thing said there might be a pullback or something in the news, and I was like, let me kind of keep an eye on my portfolio today, right? And you know what? I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to do anything crazy. I did buy a few things today in the portfolio. I bought some PLWY, some XPAY, some CHPY. Right, I bought some of that. Now it's set, and this is pretty much in my Robinhood portfolio. I just kind of put in $1 like I usually do, kind of get a, you know, some markings in there, so for later on, you know, we can deal with that. Okay. Now, guys, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just a 52-year-old man that makes video about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. So do not take this as financial advice. Okay, guys, we are pushing 3,000 subs. I appreciate you guys. I encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel if you're watching the content. If you like the content, click the like button. If you want to share and motivate other people to invest in their financial future, right? Share the journey with other people. Okay, guys, that's what we do here. We encourage people to invest, right? So you can retire early. And now, if you don't want to retire early, that's even better because you got a longer time to make more money. Okay, guys. So you see right here. Look at Apple, Nvidia, Coca-Cola, P&G, ExxonMobil are in the red. Now we got some other companies in the red, but they're kind of small. You can't really see them, so I'm not even going to structure that. Microsoft got at like 0.2% today, 0.02%. Berkshire Hathaway up, JPM, Wells Fargo. Tesla is doing some good business. Google, Meta, Broadcom, Amazon, Waste Management, Netflix, Comcast, all these companies are doing good today, okay? Now, when these companies are doing good, it's good for the portfolio. Wednesday, we're gonna know how much money coming into the portfolio this week, right? Hopefully, we can do better. Hopefully, we can do better than what we did the past week. We did $45 plus $100 this week in the portfolio. I mean, last week in the portfolio. So hopefully this week we can double that number. That would be great if we can double that number. Now, I've been thinking about doing some crazy stuff, so I might do some crazy stuff. But hopefully we can double that number. Even if I don't buy nothing that will pay dividend this week, I might buy something to sell that will release more cash, so we can reinvest back into the portfolio. Okay. So let's look at some crypto and see what's going on with the crypto market. All right. Let's see here. Oh my days. Look how bitty. Bitcoin is up to $119,000. So at some point it probably went past that. In the last 7 days, Bitcoin is up 10.91%. Ethereum is almost at $3,000, 17.87%. Oh my goodness. Solana up 10%. $163.16. Okay. What else? Tron is at 30 cents per share, and it's up 5.48% in the last 7 days. And my favorite coin, Shiba Inu, is up 14.54% in growth. Okay. So we look at the bubble, you see Bitcoin is still getting fatter like a fat man at a buffet, right? $2.38 trillion. That is ridiculous. Ethereum is kind of second, right? But Bitcoin is not leaving enough for Ethereum to get big at the buffet. So it's still at $361 billion with a B. And my little token that could, we pushing $8 billion in market cap. That is crazy, okay? $8 billion in market cap is pushing. It is pushing $8 billion in market cap, right? Another what? $22 billion, and it will be at that next level. Okay, guys? So let's look at the portfolio. Like I said, I bought a couple things in the portfolio today, just to add to the portfolio from some of the dividend that came in last week. I already called those names already, what I bought in the portfolio. So you can see we up today in the aftermarket. We're down right now $2.85. You know what? Today we're up $27.34. So I mean, being down $2-3 in the aftermarket, it's okay, no big deal. We can deal with it. We can dig it. All right. In the portfolio over here, I bought 1 share of AIYY, and you know, just trying to daily cost average down, like I told you guys, so I can sell out of AIYY. I'm not sure what I'm going to replace that with yet. It might be something from a different provider that will fit the gap for that day. It might not be, or maybe paying on Thursday. It might not be from you know, YieldMax, okay? But you can see here, I'm still waiting for these other guys, right? I need to add more money so I can sell out of these, because I'm trying to transfer this portfolio to my cash management portfolio that will be paying my card payment out of. And I'm trying to centralize my new bill statement so I can be paying my bills out of that portfolio, and it's closer to my other portfolio. So if I need to move money, I can just move money right in there, no problem. So that's the next step, is to bring this stuff, most of these, right, close to green. Now, if I have to sell out of these myself, right, a lot of these, if I have to sell out of them myself, I would do that. And if we get to that, you might see what I have everything in here sold, right? And right before I kick off the transfer, I might do it on the week of where that particular position I'm invested in is paying dividend. And whatever cash I have in there, I might put it into the exact position. So that probably what's going to happen as I continue to clean up this portfolio before I can move it over to my cash management account. Guys, you can invest in your cash management account. You can take the dividend and make payments right out of that account, and you don't have to move funds around. You know, some people make payments out of the actual portfolio, but I think it's a whole lot easier because this account is kind of set up to where you can do that a whole lot easier. Okay, now let me update this real quick. All I do is click in it, it's going to do a little update. Might not be perfect, but we're going to get a little update. Since the market just closed about 14 minutes ago, I've been trying to do work, like I said, so I'm not really paying a lot of attention to my portfolio like I would do. But I did check my portfolio like I would normally do 3 times a day, right? Because I'm like, you know what? Stuff is getting kind of crazy. I need to make sure I know what's going on, right? So I did check my portfolio like I would normally do today. Okay. Let me see if they go back and update. No, it didn't update. I mean, it's only showing 7,000, and the portfolio is back in the positive $24,000. That is great as I continue to grow this portfolio. And let's take a look here real quick and look at the income. So my guys, so you see the income is going up gradually, right? It go up and down and fluctuate all the time. Like I tell you, fluctuate all the time. But the goal is to keep this thing above $30,000 a month, because we're pushing to get to 60 grand at the end of the year. We are already in the 7th month of the year, and I'm still fighting to get up past $40,000 a month. But the key thing is, right, as I continue to cost average, right, and bring down my cost average, the income is going to increase, because of course I am adding more funds to the portfolio, so the income is going to increase. If I can add $106,000 here to this portfolio, that's $106,000 more go into the portfolio. So definitely we're looking at another $10,000+ going to be coming into the portfolio for sure, right? if we split this up against the high yield stuff, because I'm putting this stuff into the extreme high yield because they're all higher in higher negative, right? To bring that down. So that's the goal. That's the goal right now, to do that. Okay, and to bring that down, but we can't put the money everywhere. We got to do a little bit at a time to spread it out, to make sure we got more income coming, to pay down the margins. As we're paying at the margin, we're still buying to keep us out of trouble, right? So we're not in big trouble. Okay, guys, let's look at the income. I think the income did drop over the monthly part. Yes, we're at $30,000, so the income did drop. But we don't know what we're going to receive on Friday, right? But we're going to find out on Wednesday what the income is going to be. So once we get that income, but for now, it's going to show $30,000 a month. But I believe we should do better this month, right? But I say that many times, and the money is not where I expect, and the income is lower. But we are going to be buying more positions. So come Wednesday, once I know what the income is going to be, if like I said, if the income is lower than what I need it to be, I might buy more positions on Wednesday. If not, the money that I would take to invest into buying more positions, I will put that money into AIYY. Hopefully, I can bring down my cost basis to zero, to close it up by a couple of dollars, to where in the next few days or the next week, I can sell out of AIYY, because like I said, I want to get out of the position. I have a lot of money in that position, and I'm up on the negative side big time. So I've been talking about that for a few months now, and I think I figured out a way to get out of it and put that money into something else in that same group that would generate a little bit more money into the portfolio. Okay. As you can see, the income in the next 10 years go down, but as usual, we're not really focusing on the next 10 years. We're focusing on the next 2 to 5 years. That's where my focus is, right? And $2 million a year in income generated by a small portfolio like mine is amazing, okay? And guys, I continue to encourage you, and also remember, this is not financial advice. The goal of this whole channel is to encourage people to invest in their future. Like I said, if you need to schedule one-on-one, hit me up on the Discord or hit me up on the email, and we can go from there. I'm trying to keep this video short because I got some other things to do today, guys. You know I love you. I like to spend time chatting up, especially on the day-to-day where my portfolio is actually gaining and is going down. Oof, it's amazing, okay? So that's a great thing, all right, guys? So, like I always like to say, invest in your future. That's it. You just have to start. I talk to many folks, right? And that's why sometimes I don't like to give people free advice, because if you're not paying for something, you don't take it serious. And a lot of times, people that I know that know me, right, will say, "Hey, Edwin, I need to have a conversation with you about dividend investing." Okay, book your session. Oh man, I gotta pay for that. Yes, book your session. Because if you're not willing to pay me to assist you, to get you in the right direction, I'm just wasting my energy, because like I said, I've done this many times, right? I'll talk to people, they'll be like, yeah, I want to do this, and then find out later on, either from them or another friend, did you talk to such a church? They didn't do nothing. And then the same person that I talked to around the same time that I talked to the other person is making $1,000, $2,000 a month. And this person got a job that's not even making them $1,000, $2,000 a month. So can you imagine if you have $12,000, $20,000 sitting in the bank somewhere, collecting 0.000 whatever percentage, right? And you can take that $20,000 and turn that $20,000 around to generating you $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And you thought about, I'm scared. Scared of what? I mean, we lose stuff. I lost my real estate portfolio in 2008. Yes, I got real estate shy. After that, I bought very few real estate back then. After that, right? But I still know how to buy real estate. I still know how to be a real estate investor, right? Now that I'm making dividend, it's like, why would I want to deal with toilet when I can make money, more money, off of dividend, right? I got a property. Yeah, I'm making $12,000 after all the expenses and stuff like that. At the end of the year, I don't even making no $12,000. Yeah, maybe about $12,000 after all the expenses out the year from $100-something house. $100-something invested into the market. I'll be making $10,000 a month, and I don't have to wait for a call saying, "Oh, the air conditioner is not working today," or something wrong with the air conditioner. Can you send somebody out that I'm going to pay them another $6,000 or $1,000 to go and blow out the damn air conditioner? Guys, choose your poison, right? And this you can manage it from anywhere in the world. You got a computer, you connect to your computer. You need to connect to your VPN in some cases. Most of the time, I don't need to connect to VPN. The certain banks now you will have to connect the VPN to access. But with all this other stuff that I use, I don't need to access no VPN to log into my stuff, right? And that's it. So with that said, I'm not going to continue to yap. Invest in your future. Because, guys, I started this 5 years ago, right? And if you go back to when I was in DR, when I first started making videos every single day, I was only bringing in $24,000 a year, $23,000, almost $24,000 a year. So within a short time frame, right, I have changed my portfolio to where I added more risk to my portfolio, but I've added more reward to my portfolio. And guess what? My old lower yield portfolio that I used to have, I still have it. It's still part of my investment. So I have the other stuff that generated thousands of dollars, and I have the other stuff that is still generating that $24,000 a year. So no matter what happened, I would still make my $24,000 a year from the safer stuff, as people can call it. But the other money going into the high risk stuff, generate more income, I buy more safe stuff, buy more high risk stuff. I split it up. That's why my portfolio is not growing as fast as it is now, because I'm rebalancing my portfolio. I tell you guys every day, okay? If you want to live, on your dividend and don't worry about it, you need to balance your portfolio better, okay? It's not financial advice. I love you guys. I feel good. My team won. The market is up. What else can I ask for, okay? So we're going to do this again tomorrow. And hopefully we have another amazing day in the market. And if I can grow another $10,000, $20,000 more in my portfolio without having to buy anything, amazing. Okay, peace out.